I'm just saying be the best you. Be the best you. Write this down. And I'm hoping that you'll take action on this. 3 team goals. You want to write down 3 team goals that you have as an individual. You have, in an individual, you have 3 goals for your team. Then you also have 3 goals for yourself for this year. And even the adults, I would say, hey, write down 3 goals. What 3 things do you want to accomplish by the end of the year? Not 10, just 3. Just keep it simple, 3. I suggest everyone do it. You'll have team captains, right? And I would suggest that you kind of bring those together and maybe you put them up in your locker room or you put them up at home. But the reason I say that is it's a proven fact that those that write down their goals and look at them daily are more apt to achieve them. I had 3 goals in high school. Just 3. One was to win a CIF title. We did it. First team, I went to Simi Valley High School in Southern California. We were the first team to ever win the CIF title. My father was my coach. The next day they had in the LA Times, the front page, it's me and my dad hugging. And we talked earlier about remember the feeling. Man, that was an awesome feeling. And I want to get that feeling back. And how do I get that feeling back? How do you get that feeling back from what you did earlier today? You got to invest, like Coach said, and you got to work hard. So we won a CIF title. My second goal was to have straight A's, and I did that. Never had a B. Let me tell you, when I went to the Air Force Academy, I was in the lowest math class and in the lowest English class. There were like 10 people in each of them. Half of them didn't speak English. So I might have had a 4.0 GPA, but I was not the smart. I didn't have a 1600 SAT, but I had a big heart. What's your story going to be? Think about it. Write that down. What's your story going to be? We all weren't given amazing talent, but how big is your heart? How bad do you want it? How much are you willing to sacrifice? My third goal, and again, this isn't about me, this is about you, was to get a Division I scholarship. I didn't want my parents to have to pay for me to go to college. And let me tell you, I was 6 feet tall, maybe 140, soaking wet. Had no business playing Division I basketball. But when I showed up at the Air Force Academy, there were 44 recruits, and they said there's going to be 3 guys on varsity. And you could ask anyone in the program, I would go around and say, no, those spots. I'm getting one of those spots. Absolutely. And I believed, and I went after it, and I did it. What's your story going to be? You got to compete in life. Write this down. How serious am I about success? How serious am I about success? Or how serious am I about being happy? Do you have the conation of a Rocky Balboa? Are you committed? Write this down. Do I treat my body and my mind like a shrine? Do I treat my body and my mind like a shrine? So what does that mean? You can't be smoking. You can't be drinking. You can't be staying up late. You can't soar with the eagles if you hoop with the owls. You need to get 8 hours of sleep. You need to be on time. I appreciate everyone being on time. Be on time when time is involved. Early is on time is late. Would you ever show up to a football or a basketball game like 2 minutes before the game? No. You show up on time and you be prepared. Write this down. Be a good teammate. Be a good teammate. How many of you are second stringers? You play behind someone. Raise your hand. Raise your hand high. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I've been there. I've sat on the end of the bench. Be a good teammate. So being a good teammate doesn't mean, I hope so-and-so screws up so I can get in. I hope they don't do very good. I hope they get hurt so I get my chance. That's the wrong thinking. Enjoy other people's success. Okay? Write that down. Enjoy other people's success. It's not all about you. I'm telling you, your greatest accomplishments in life are going to be with someone else, as a part of a team, as a part of your future husband or wife. It's going to be when you're together. It just means more when there's more people involved. So be a good teammate and pick your teammates up. Sometimes you're going to have a poor practice. Sometimes you're going to have a poor game. Be the teammate that comes over and says, hey man, I love you. I know that was a tough game. That guy was really good. You know, they beat us. But you know what? We're going to bounce back. We're going to learn from it. We're going to get better. Pick your teammates up. Someone's having a bad day. Be the person that comes over and puts a smile on their face. Now, your coaches are going to challenge you. You all know that. That's their job. Their job is to push you, to challenge you, to make you better. And sometimes they're going to be negative. You may not hear a lot of positives, but take that constructive criticism the right way and try to get better as a result. Don't take it personally. You don't have to double date with each other. You know, you're going to get into the game of life and you're going to work for companies. You don't have to double date, but do your part. Do your part as a part of the team. I'm going to say one thing and I'm going to curse one time here, and I apologize in advance. You are required to work your ass off. If you want to be successful, you are required to work your ass off. Does that offend anyone? Okay. You are required to work your ass off if you want to be good at something. Don't expect big-time success. Don't expect success in a relationship if you're half in. Winner's department or loser's department. The choice is yours. But here's the thing. The choice is yours every single day. You can be great last night on the football field, or you can be great all week running hills for coach and working hard, but you can ruin that all on the weekend by being a knucklehead, by not doing what you're supposed to do. So be a pro. Write that down. Be a pro. Everyone knows what a professional is. Be a professional. Be a pro in what you do. Act like a man. Act like a woman. Be a pro. If you're going to be successful, and you should know this, you've got to compete, you've got to fight, and you've got to battle every single day. It's not going to be easy. You know, we're not all sitting in Maui with our feet up and chilling. Some people have that luxury, but you got to compete every single day. Life isn't easy, but life gets better when you do. Write that down. Life gets better when you do. So don't complain. Don't have excuses. Oh, it's the coach's fault. Oh, mom and dad are hard on you. Oh, that's not fair. Life gets better when you do. Trust me. And there's some individuals in here that are more senior to me. Life gets better when you do. Be tough to play against. How many of you are looking forward to the football game next week? And I know we have no disrespect for the other athletes. So when you're going against that guy from La Junta, what do you want them to think after the game? What do you want them to think? About you guys. Anyone?
Tough.
I never want to play them again. Man, those guys are tough. When I was in college, we had a player by the name of Ray Dudley. He's the best basketball player to ever play at Air Force Academy. And Ray, sometimes his feet would hit me right here. That's how high he could jump. San Antonio Spurs wanted to sign him. Tim Hardaway, most of you probably don't know that name, but he was a dream teamer, one of the best college point guards in the country, played in the NBA, unbelievable career. Tim Hardaway said, Ray Dudley's the best player I ever played against. I guarantee if you ask Ray Dudley today, what was it like to play against Butch Hawking in practice? He's going to say, I wasn't the biggest, I wasn't the fastest, I wasn't the strongest, but I was in his stuff. I was trying to make him better. Okay, and that's what you can do. Just do your best. Be the best you. Now, changing gears a little bit. We've talked a lot about intensity and doing things. Has everyone gotten something out of this so far? Has there been at least one thing that you've written down that you think you can take from this? Changing gears. Now, enjoy the experience. I mean, have fun working hard. Write that down. Have fun working hard. Be able to self-analyze and look at yourself and say, you know what? I messed up. It's okay. I made a mistake. The error is human. No one's perfect. Anyone ever see a little kid around a swimming pool? What do? Anyone? Someone other than Miles. Miles, I like you, Miles. You speak up. You're sitting front and center. You should be sitting right there. But the people that sit in front learn. What do kids do when they get around a swimming pool?
Jump in.
Jump in? I don't know that all of them jump in. What do most kids do? They test the waters. They kind of happens. See how it feels, right? So in life, there's a little analogy that a friend of mine once told me, and this is the conation part. He said, you need to dive in. You need to dive into the pool of life. So write that down. Dive into the pool of life. Don't tap dance. Don't test the waters. When you go up to La Junta and you're getting ready to play, you step on the bus and it's winner's department. They're going to have to deal with us. We're ready to play. We're going to have a great week of practice. We're going to pay attention to the coaches. And we're going to pound it. That has to be your focus. There's no other focus. Otherwise, don't step on the bus. So dive into the pool. Be a winner. Go get a shark. You may just have a knife, but that's got to be your attitude. I'm going to get a shark in there somewhere. There's a famous philosopher, and I appreciate, again, you all having me here. I know we have some great student athletes here, and we've talked kind of about the person concept, the academic concept, the competitive concept, but write this down. And I'm not going to tell you who the philosopher is, but you can look it up. The ideal citizen is the scholar athlete. The ideal citizen is the scholar athlete. The scholar is too soft, too effeminate. The ideal citizen is the scholar athlete. The scholar is too soft, too effeminate. The athlete is too crude, too vulgar.